transfer window might be over, but for us, the party is just beginning. Hello, I'm Richard and welcome back to my channel over and over again, which features everything to do with Arsenal. Now in this video I just want to look back on the transfer window, which of course closed last night, and just assess how it's been for Arsenal. Just before I do that, I just want to make sure that you are all subscribing to my channel. If you like what I'm doing, please click the subscribe button. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well, because that really does help it to grow. And also as well, if you've got any comments about the transfer window, about anything in this video, please drop it in the comments box as well, because I do like to hear from you guys what you think about everything as well. So the transfer window then, quite dramatic, wasn't it, in the end? We finally got the deal done that we were after, the signing of Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid for £45 million. Very good deal, of course. I think he's going to be a massive player for us going forward. It's the sort of presence in midfield that we've lacked for a number of years now. In fact, probably going back as far as Partey Begin. That's how big a signing I think he could be for us. He's at the peak of his career at 27, and of course he had great success, didn't he, beating Liverpool last year in the Champions League as well, so he understands it about English football, and he seems to have all the attributes that we need in midfield. He's athletic, he's strong, he's powerful, he can get up and down, he's great on the ball, he's a good ball winner, he's a ball carrier, he can pass the ball, he can score goals as well, so he's got everything we need. And quite honestly, I'm so excited about this signing. But let's remember, Thomas Partey isn't the only arrival that's we've made in this window, is it? In fact, it's been overall, I think, a very successful window. When you look back, the first signing that we got coming in was Willian on a free transfer from Chelsea. We have been lacking a little bit of creativity in midfield, and Willian is going to provide us with that. Certainly judging by his early performances, we can see what he can bring, and on a free transfer, yes, he's on a big contract, but a free transfer, I think that's been a great deal for us in an area of the pitch that again we needed strengthening. Another area of the pitch where we obviously needed strengthening was in the centre of defence. We've needed a big, strong, physical defender, dominant defender. We've needed someone like this for a long time, and we got Gabriel in, and £25 million we paid for him, which isn't an excessive amount of money when you look at some other defenders such as Harry Maguire, how much they've gone for, and he looks an absolute bargain, doesn't he, so far in the performances that he's put in. He's improved us defensively straight away. And again, a bit like Thomas Partey, he's got that physicality, that strength that we've lacked in that area of the pitch for quite a long time. So again, another really good signing that is. Of course, we had to replace our second choice goalkeeper, didn't we, when Emi Martinez moved on to Aston Villa, so we got Alex Renarson. Don't really know too much about him, if we're honest, but he didn't cost us a lot of money, did he? And I'm sure as number two he'll be an able backup. I'm sure we'll see him in action in the Europa League coming up in the next few weeks as well. So they were the sort of main signings that we made. Now also as well, I think it's worth noting in this transfer window we also bought in 7 under-23 players, which I think is really important for the future of the club. You can see what Arteta and Edu are doing. They're building for the future. You know, we've got a base of great young players already in the first team squad, players that have come through our academy, plus as well we've added into the squad people like William Saliba, Gabriel Martinelli as well over the last couple of years. Great young players with great potential to go along, of course, with our Hale End Academy guys as well. In terms of people going out, unfortunately we didn't manage to get out as many players as maybe we would have liked to have done. I do feel as though the financial situation at the moment made that a little bit more difficult, but of course on deadline day, Matteo Guendouzi went out on loan for the season to Hertha Berlin in Germany. Probably a good move for him actually. It means he can play some football, and he can get rid of all the negativity that's been hanging around him with Arsenal. And also as well, Lucas Torreira, who unfortunately never quite made it at Arsenal despite a bright start. He's gone on loan with an option to buy to Atletico Madrid, of course, as a replacement to them for Thomas Partey. So we've managed to get those two out and playing football. Unfortunately, we are still left with a few other players who probably aren't going to feature that much for us, such as Socrates in defence, who there were rumours that he might have been going, Said Kolasinac as well. Neither of those deals happened, and they remain at their club, certainly for now, bearing in mind the new transfer window opens again in January, doesn't it? So it's not that far away, and I'm sure we will offload a couple of those players then, possibly a few more as well. Of course, the other deal that looked as though it might have got done this summer was, of course, Hassan Aouar, and unfortunately that looked to be going ahead actually up until very late on, maybe a day or two before the transfer window shut, but unfortunately we wasn't quite able to get that deal done, but that could still be alive for January, I believe. So I still think Hassan Aouar will become an Arsenal player, just not right at this moment in time, unfortunately. Also, as well, of course, let's not forget in this window we did extend the loan for Dani Ceballos for another year, so we've managed to keep him, which I think was a great move as well. Also, as well, let's remember Cedric Suarez and Pablo Mari, both of whom came in on loan in January. They've become permanent transfers this window as well, so we need to include them when we're talking about the business that we've done. And of course, one of the biggest deals of all was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang signing his contract extension. So when you take all those things into consideration, I think we've got to be happy with this transfer window. When you bear in mind the financial restraints that many clubs have suffered, Arsenal in particular, with the redundancies that the club have had to make, for us to be able to get a transfer window this productive at this time has been fantastic, and I do feel as though the owners need a lot of credit for that. They've obviously put the money in to the club, obviously Arteta for targeting the players that he wanted, and of course they do as well for striking these deals, and I suppose Raul as well for the early deals that we did earlier on in the market before he went. So for me, it's been a really, really productive transfer window for us. I do feel as though certainly in Gabriel and in Thomas Partey we've got the two players that are really going to transform us. I think we've already seen what Gabriel can bring, and if Thomas Partey can settle quickly, he's going to be an absolutely massive player for us, isn't he? In that midfield, that's the one area of the pitch where we've been saying it for ages. I've been saying it on this channel for ages. That's the weak area of the pitch, isn't it? In the midfield, that's where we've lacked. We've lacked a little bit of physicality and a little bit of quality, and Thomas Partey is going to bring that, isn't he? I'm absolutely buzzing for this signing, I've got to be honest. I think it's fantastic for the club, and apart from anything else, it's the player that Arteta really wanted. He really wanted Gabriel and we've got him. He really wanted Thomas Partey and we've got him, and he really wanted Willian and we've got him. So certainly Arteta can't have any complaints. He's been backed, so let's see now how we can develop and push things through. We've had a reasonable start to the season as well, haven't we, with 3 wins out of 4. People said, oh, why didn't we get the Thomas Partey deal done earlier? Why didn't we get all this done earlier? Well, would we have done any better than 3 wins out of 4 looking at the fixtures that we had? We don't know, but we've had a good start, so let's concentrate on what we've got now. We've got the deal done. Look forward now to Thomas Partey, what he can bring to us over the next few seasons, and particularly how quickly he settles in. I think that's going to be key. If he settles in quickly, hits the ground running for us, could be massive with the games we've got coming up against Manchester City, Leicester, Manchester United, the first 3 games back after the international break. So overall then, I think it's been a great window for us. I would probably give it 8 out of 10, 8 or 9 out of 10. Could have even been more. I say if we'd got Hassan Aouar over the line as well, it would have been probably a 10 out of 10, but we didn't quite manage that one. But let's chill on that, because I'm sure January he may well be still arriving anyway. But for now, it's been a brilliant window. I'm just so excited about now where this season can go. It was very tense at the end, wasn't it? I don't know if anybody saw my live show last night at the last hour of the transfer window when it still hadn't been confirmed, and thinking if any hitches happen now we're in trouble, but luckily it did go through us. So I'm so excited. I think it's a great signing for us, and let's just hope that we can now really push on and enjoy a great season. And now the transfer window's shut, we can all relax. Got an international break as well, so we can put our feet up for a week or so before we get back to action again obviously at the Etihad on the 17th of October. So let me know what you think about the transfer window. Do you think it's been good business that we've done? Are you excited now for the rest of the season? What do you think about Thomas Partey as well? I mean, I personally feel that's a brilliant signing for us. Really excited about that. But let me know what you think. And also as well, some of these players that we maybe couldn't get rid of as well. And also as well, bear in mind, like I said about these under 23 players, we've bought 7 good under 23 players in as well, looking for the future. So I think that's a good thing as well. But let me know what you think about all that. If you haven't done yet, please subscribe to my channel as well. It's really important to help it grow. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well. That would be really great. And so I'll be doing a live Positive Arsenal podcast on Thursday. It looks like it's going to be 8 o'clock Thursday evening, so please tune in for that. Be a good show. I've got some great guests joining me. I've got a lot to talk about, obviously, including the transfer window and the last few performances of the team as well, and obviously how we're going to move forward, and obviously as well some of the crazy results we've seen in the Premier League this season. All that will get discussed on that on Thursday, so tune in for that at 8 o'clock. And in the meantime, of course, as always, come on you Gunners!